Hello lovelies, this is Liz Teaches. And today I'm going to teach you on how to use the cap to draft your main bodies. In my past video I taught you on how to make the corset cap for a small size, and just in case you didn't watch the video, I'm going to put the link in the description box. You'll go and click on it and watch it. So today we're going to draft the main bodies using this cap. So we're going to put this cap in the middle. This the paper keeps on folding. This up a bit. We're going to put this cap in the middle because we have to leave the space for the yoke. Yes, we have to leave the space for the yoke, so we're going to we have to leave ample space for the yoke, so we're going to put the cap in the middle. So let's start. So now these are the measurements that we are going to use. The bust is 35, the waist is 28, the hip 44, shoulder to waist is 17.5, shoulder to under bust it is 14, and the across back is 15. As you see clearly. So since it is a paper, we're going to use this cell tape, but I advise you to use the masking tape. Mine had got done, that's why I used this. The next time I'll not have any issue. So since it is a paper, I'm going to use the cell tape to work as my masking tape to get the shape very well. Yes, but the masking tape is far better. This one gives a lot of hard time, like real hard time. Yes. Let me add another layer. Since the masking tape is a bit strong, it's real strong. Okay. So after, you have to cut off the excess. You have to cut off the excess. And then here, I urge you not to use this tape. You see, it's giving me a time. Had it been that I was using the masking tape, I would have got done already. This one is not stronger. Yes, don't even dare use it. Even if you don't have means of getting, so that you don't face hardships like me. Really disturbs. So now I'm cutting off the excess. So now at least the shape is trying to come out. So as I had told you in the first place, that we have to leave the space for the yoke. So now I'll put our cape in the middle. Now the standard measurement for the bust bridge is 1, and our paper is on fold. It is on fold. You have to cut it unfold so that it helps you on the hemming, almost on everything. If you cut it unfold, your pattern comes out very well. So since our paper is unfold, we're going to mark 0.5, because as I had said in the first place that the bust bridge is, the standard is 1 inch. So since the paper is unfold, I'm going to mark 0.5. as you can see, 0.5, 0.5. Let me get a ruler so that I make it clear for you. Also make a line here so that you clearly see it. Yes. So now, as you're putting your cap, it doesn't have to be tight or loose. Yes, it has to be a bit bouncy. You have to be extra careful as you're putting it. Okay, it doesn't have to be, don't over pull it, it doesn't have to be flat. Yes. So to keep it in place, I'm going to use our seal tape so that it's in place, so that we don't get wrong measurements, so that we don't even make mistakes. So we're going to use this to keep it in shape, sorry, to keep it in place so that it doesn't move, and we don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to make lousy mistakes. See, it has a lot of issues. Now it had fallen down. It disturbs, eh? Now I don't know where even I started from. This thing, Jesus Christ. It real stresses. I have failed to see where I did what? Where I had stopped from. Eh? There you go. Just in case it disturbs you, just do it like this. So we also put here. So this is our side front and this is our chest front. We put it. So now I'm done with putting the seal tape. So we're going to put it to make sure it is in place. You take your time, because this part also no need to rush. No need to rush into things. Make sure it is not flat. Okay. You take your time. Now you see, the setup is it is too small, so I have to add a long one. It's a little bit shorter. Yes, so I had to improvise a longer one for better results. Yes, for the better results. Okay, again and again, disclaimer, don't use the sellotape. It gives a lot of hard work, hard time. Yeah. Gives a lot of hard work. So now we're going to put some fiber to make our cap stand well. Yeah, to make it a little bit fuller. Yes. Make it, you see. So now we're going to mark our shoulder to waist measurements. So now we're going to mark our shoulder to under bust. Sorry, I had said to waist. So in case you don't want a push-up curve, you don't add 0.5, but if you don't want, you add 0.5. For my case, I don't want, so I'm going to add the 0.5. So I'm going to mark from here in the middle. I'm going to add 0.5, as you can see. Put it here so that you see it very well. You mark here where it is a bit fuller. Okay. Then you mark. So that is going to work as our shoulder line. Yes. You mark. We make a line on it. I'm going to look for white papers. These sketchy ones. I don't know if I'm seeing it clearly. You see, hope you're seeing it clearly. So now we are going to mark the shoulder to waist measurement, and it was 17.5. You come here, in from the middle. Okay, the fuller part. So this is our 7.5. I'm going to make a line. So now we are going to mark our waistline, which is 10 inches, our hip line, which is 10 inches away from the waistline. So this is our waistline. This is our waistline, and here is our shoulder line. It's 10 inches away, as I had told you. To show it to you clearly, which is 10 inches. You see, I've marked 10. And this is our hip line, the hip line. Now for the corset length, it normally doesn't go beyond 5 inches. from the waistline, eh? But for my case, I'm going to use 4.4. Okay, so I'm going to mark. My full length for the corset. So now this is our corset, the corset length, eh? So now we're going to mark our under bust line, eh? So you subtract the shoulder to waist minus the shoulder to under bust, which gave us 3. As you can see, it's already 3. So you come and mark. That's our under bust line. Now we're going to mark our chest line. So we are going to use the highest point of our side, the side front. Let me put the camera closer so that you see it clearly. So this is our side front. This is the side front. I don't know whether you're seeing it clearly. So we're going to make a mark here, and this is going to work as our chest line. The chest line. So now we're going to impute our body measurements. Yeah. So now we're going to look for the chest, for the bust circumference, and we're going to start from the hip bridge. Okay. From the hip bridge, and it's giving us 7.5. So for the standard, you add 1.5. You add 1.5. Which gives us 9, and our bust was 35. Our bust was 35, so we write the 9 aside. 9, because if you add from here up to here it's 7.5, then you add 1.5, which gives us 9. So you're going to divide the bust by 4. So 35 divided by 4, it is 8.75, and 35 divided by 2, it is 17.5. So you're going to get this 9, and you're going to mark from 9 the half of the bust measurement, which is 17.5. So you're going to put the 9 here, and you're going to mark 17.5. 17.5, and even the back part is supposed to be 17.5. Hope you've understood that. Now our waist is 28. Our waist is 28, so we're going to divide the waist by 4, which is 7. So we're going to mark 7. So in case you want your waist to be too tight, you can divide. If you want your waist to be snatched, you can divide. You can subtract your waist measurements by 2. But for me, I don't want. So we're going to mark our hip measurements. We're going to mark our hip measurements, which is 44, and 44 divided by 4, it's 11. So we're going to mark 11. Let me bring the camera closer so you see. As I'm marking the 11, I'm marking 11. So now we are going to join the points. So I'm going to use my French curve. Make sure your waist, your hip is not too heavy, so that it doesn't form the false hips. It shouldn't be too heavy. Yeah. So mind about the way you're placing your French curve. It shouldn't be too curvy. Okay. Yeah. It shouldn't be too curvy, and it shouldn't be too flat. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I realized it was too flat, and I wanted to be a kind of curvy. So we're done with this. Now we're going to embark. We're going to embark on the yoke. That's what I wanted. Yes, we're going to embark on the yoke. So for the yoke, as you know, the standard is usually 3, but since we're going to use a mesh and it's kind of real stretchy, we're going to use 2.5. Even down, we're going to come down by 2.5. We shall get our ruler and make a curve. So now we're going to mark our shoulder, which is 15, and divided by 2, it's 7.5. We shall also mark 7.5 on our chest line, and we shall make a line. And since our shoulder is not straight, we're going to come down by 1 inch, and we're going to make our slope. And we shall make our slope. So we're going to mark from here. We're going to measure from here to here and get our midpoint. And here is 7, and 0.7 divided by 2, it's 3.5, and we're going to come in by 0.5. I'll get our ruler and connect this point like this. As you see, and we shall get our French curve. And connect it to our chest line. So we don't want to sew our armhole direct, so we're going to come down by 0.7. Yes. So I want my hip line to be a bit curvy, so I'm going to mark 2.5. And I'll use my French curve to curve it. As you see, I want it to be straight. So now I'm going to cut. As you're cutting, you have to be extremely careful. So we have successfully come to the end of our video, and I'm going to be drafting for you on how to draft the back part. Yeah, so this is how it has come out, so well, so perfectly. So like, subscribe. Ouch, sorry, my ring light fall down. So